Hi, I'm Lynne with Softsquares. Today is Saturday, which means it's time for the Saturday Stich-uation, where we talk about all things quilting in my world. This is a video that comes out on Saturdays that is about progress of projects that I'm working on and things in the background having to deal with quilting. And I throw in a little personal stuff once in a while, but I have been super busy. We're getting ready to leave town to go to a wedding, and I've been talking about a quilt that needed to be finished. It's here. It is done. It is quilted. It is bound. Yay me! I just took it off the machine and I had to leave for the airport in less than 3 hours. So talk about last minute stuff. But it's done. So look how cute this is. It's a machine embroidery, and I did a 4-patch with the sashing, and I just put everything on an angle like this. I took the colors that are used in my thread and I matched it to what was in this print, and then on the back I just used the solid black, and the stitching on there is a pretzel, and you can see it really well on the back. But the front, it needed to be light so that it didn't take away from the lighter blocks in here. So it's really, really cute, and that's done. Okay, so let me see if I can show you the whole thing, because it's just a wall size. There you go. That's it. Now, I had some extra fabric, so I went ahead and I made a pair of pillowcases using the fabric. So we're getting 2 of these, and these are the greens that are in it. And so they are getting this quilt and 2 of those. It's done. I am so excited it is done. I don't know why I've had a hard time with it. Actually, I do know why, because I personally have had a lot going on in my life, which is why you haven't seen a lot of me lately. So what's been going on is my husband has had a really busy summer. We've had things going on, and we have been just out of town doing things. And so on top of all that, I injured myself. I broke my ankle. It was a minor fracture, there we go. And I was in a boot. Yesterday, the doctor took me out of the boot. Now I'm in a brace because I still have a sprain. Go figure. And it all had to do with going outside my house on some cement stairs that I tripped on going uphill. That takes special talent. And I hit my ankle. I also really twisted this ankle. This is not an ankle, this is a shoulder. Twisted this shoulder really good. I was already having problems with this shoulder, and now I have a fresh injury on this shoulder. So I'm in physical therapy. So like 2 to 3 times a week, I'm having to go in for that. And then weekly massages and chiropractic adjustment, because the boot was throwing me off. And I also hit my neck. Anyway, I'm a mess, but I'm feeling better. But because I'm working on the Christmas boxes and making all the kits, and I'm doing this all myself, I've been really busy with that, and then doctor's appointments. And I finally was able to get to this. I still have my summer quilt. It has not been bound yet. It has been machine quilted. So that's not a priority today, but it will get done soon. So I have that, and then I have a retreat that I'm going to be going to in a few weeks, where if I have not finished my bigger projects, I'm definitely going to work on those there. I have a lot of cool things in mind to do with you, and I still have the Daydream quilt, which is a block of the month through Annie's Kit Clubs, where I just need to do the finishing kit. And so there is a whole series on that. If you have been watching or doing that at all through Annie's, go back and watch that. And the very last video has not been made yet, and that one will be to the point where it can go to the quilter as soon as that is done. So I'm getting things wrapped up, but like I said, I'm super excited because of all the things coming together. I have different quilt shops working with me, a ton of fabric, and a ton of patterns. Tons in the mystery boxes that are, sorry, the holiday advent boxes. And if you do order a mystery box, that is not specific to holidays. That is any time, and within a week of when you order it, that gets shipped to you. And it's a smaller version without the projects of what the advent box could entail. So hopefully that lets you know what's going on. So go to softsquares.com for all of that. But I am also starting to carry a lot of inventory, and a ton of stuff is coming in. I'm in the middle of putting those on my website. I am going to have a ton of patterns, like probably 75 to 100 different patterns, I kid you not, as well as other things, notions and fabric and pre-cuts. But the main thing is I want to have a lot of patterns on there, and so there's a few on there right now. There's a ton more that are being shipped to me right now, and a big stack of them that I need to list, which I don't think are going to happen until after I get back from this wedding. So hopefully next week I can get back to that and finish more, but keep checking my website and looking for those because they are coming. So anyway, I'm just so excited. I have a lot going on. I miss you guys. I really wish that I could just sit and sew and do a video, and I have not been able to because I've been busy, and then I hurt. Now, when I was binding that quilt, my shoulders didn't like it. Now that's the heaviest part of doing a quilt, because at that point the quilt is completed. You have a lot of fabric, but it was very tiring for my shoulder to bind this quilt. So I need to stick to smaller projects and healing. I'm clumsy. I don't know what's going on. So speaking of, this is just a little side note. I went to the doctor yesterday, and he took the boot off my foot, and he said, you get to wear a brace now. Well, I was hoping he would tell me I didn't have to wear the boot. So I took in the other shoe, because I couldn't wear the shoe with the boot. So I had the left shoe on and the boot on the right side, and I grabbed my shoe, and I was going to carry it in. And I get out of the car, and I take a couple steps from the car, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to carry this dirty shoe. I'm going to put it in a bag. And I knew in the trunk of my car I had like a grocery bag. So I do that. I go into my appointment, and when I get to leave, I can't find my car keys. I looked all over the place. I looked up and down the parking lot, and I parked really close, so I didn't have a big area to look at. But I checked with it's the doctor's office within a hospital, so I checked with the hospital to see if they had anything turned in. I checked at the doctor's office at their main desk, and we're looking everywhere I had been, including the x-ray room, which made no sense that my keys would have been in there, but we were looking. I go back to my car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I'm sure they are here. I obviously got here, and they're not in my car because the car would not let me lock it if I had the keys inside it. So I knew they were not inside. So I get on the phone. Anyway, I figure out that they're probably in my trunk from when I got the boot out, or the shoe out, and that made so much sense because I just probably put it down. And honestly, I'm always putting my phone and my keys down to do something, and then I have to figure out where I put them, and that's a big problem for me at home. So I thought, okay, that would make sense that I did that. So anyway, long story short, I finally get roadside assistance out to look at my car. An hour and a half later, because it took that long to figure things out and to get everything coordinated, and they were able to pop the car open, and you should be able to hit the trunk release. Well, no, the car thinks it's being broken into, so the sirens are going off, or the alarm. It doesn't have any power unlocking or buttons at all, so to open the other doors, I had to manually reach around and manually flip the unlock button to get the back door open, to see if the back seats would go down and we could climb through there. Nope. My car does not let you in through the back. I had no idea that they didn't all do that. So anyway, the car's going off. At least it stops after like 20 or 30 seconds, but it's still a long 20 or 30 seconds of just beeping. And finally, I just send the tow truck guy on his way because he can't do anything else. He got me into the car, and meanwhile, my stepdaughter is trying to figure out how to get me the spare keys, and there's a ton of drama going on in her life at that moment. And she sends her husband, who has to take a break from work, who works from home, to bring the keys to me. And just as he shows up, I was able to get the keys out myself, of course, right? And the trick is, I have a 2020 Kia Optima, and in case you have one of these cars, I'm now sharing a secret with you on how to get into your trunk when you're in this situation. So while I'm waiting for him, I can't not do anything with the car. In fact, my phone was dying. I was at 4%. It was already on battery saver, and I couldn't see. And it was, anyway, they wouldn't even let me charge. So I'm just sitting there waiting for my stepson-in-law to come, and I finally hear the door lock. And I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, okay, my car does automatically lock after a while, and I'm not sure how long, 15, 20 minutes maybe. So I unlocked it, and it unlocked the whole car, which it wouldn't do before without the key. I'm like, okay. I hit the trunk button, and guess what? It opened. So the trick is, if you get yourself locked out, get yourself into the car and then wait for it to automatically lock. And then if you unlock it from the inside, it thinks you belong there and you're not breaking into the car anymore, and it lets you have access to your trunk. Oh my gosh. So I've had just little things like that, and that took up 4 hours of my day and stuff. So I can't wait to get back to normal and not have key issues and foot issues and arm issues and whatever else has been going on. But summer is winding down. Christmas is gearing up. The boxes I'm going to start shipping, my goal is October 15th. I have so much to do. I can't say for sure they're going to start on that date, but they will for sure all be shipped by November 1st, because that's what I promised to you, and that's the first date of my quilting retreat. So that will be my reward for getting everything done. So I'm so excited they are coming. There are still a few boxes left. So if you're interested, jump on and grab them. And again, go to softsquares.com. And I wish I had more projects to share with you. I don't. I just have a ton of things that I want to do with you guys and some ideas coming up. And I want to tell you so much about these boxes, and I just don't want to share and ruin the surprise. But these boxes are now double the size that I originally thought they were. So I kid you not, box B is this big by this. And box A is also double. It's just a little bit smaller. So look into it if it's something you're interested in. All right, thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.